Before you travel to a city, what factors would you consider?
Leo Fen.
Before I travel to a city, I usually think about transport, budget, accommodation, safety, weather, and the main purpose of the trip. This is important because these things can decide whether the trip is comfortable or stressful. For example, if I only had 2 days in Toronto, I would choose a hotel near the subway and visit a few meaningful places instead of rushing everywhere. So, for me, good planning helps me enjoy the city more and avoid wasting time or money.
Leo Dion Wu Fen.
I mainly consider transport, budget, accommodation, safety, weather, and the purpose of the trip. These factors help me plan a smoother trip because I can avoid overspending and choosing an inconvenient area. For example, on a 2-day trip to Toronto, I would choose a hotel near the subway and visit a few meaningful places instead of rushing everywhere. As a result, the trip feels more relaxed and I can enjoy the city properly.
Chu Fen.
Before I travel to a city, I would first look at the trip purpose, the transport options, and my overall budget. Those factors shape almost everything else because they decide where I stay, how much time I waste on the road, and whether the trip feels manageable. For example, if I only had 2 days in Toronto, I would book a hotel near the subway and choose a few meaningful places instead of rushing everywhere. Of course, I would also check safety and weather, since a cheap hotel or a packed plan is not worth it if I feel stressed or unprepared. So my main goal is to match the city to the kind of trip I want, rather than just ticking off famous attractions.
Padian Wu Fen.
Before I travel to a city, I would look at how easy it is to get around, what the trip will realistically cost, where I should stay, how safe it feels, what the weather is like, and, above all, whether the city actually fits the purpose of the trip. For me, those details matter because a city can be famous and still be a poor choice if the logistics eat up too much time or money. For example, if I only had 2 days in Toronto, I would book a hotel near the subway and choose a few meaningful places rather than trying to tick off every attraction on a list. That said, I would not overplan every hour because leaving a little room for bad weather, delays, or a local recommendation often makes the trip feel less mechanical. So the real point is not just to make the trip efficient, but to make sure the city supports the kind of experience I am actually looking for.
Practice every day. Keep speaking.